Are you looking for the best mirrorless camera? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best camera on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Sony Alpha 1. The Sony Alpha 1 is, quite simply, a world-class full-frame mirrorless camera and a photographer's fantasy of premium features. Listing all of them is a monumental task due to the sheer number. However, these endless features and impressive specs have led to an eye-watering premium price, a stumbling block for most. Although you would be buying one of the most innovative cameras ever made, if you are a beginner to the world of photography, think carefully about what you really need at this point. Unless that is, you have deep pockets, a lot of passion, and a drive to learn. In which case, get ready for some serious fun creating images and videos you never knew you had in you. It has a 50.1 MP full-frame stacked CMOS sensor and an outstanding 30 frames per second continuous shooting. On top of this, and very much the cherry for some, is the 8K at 30 frames per second video recording. It also sports a speedy autofocus system, all of which is driven by a powerful Bionz XR processor for flagship detail and speed. It's undoubtedly one of the most all-around and advanced mirrorless cameras you can buy today. Its versatility stretches from street photography to safari adventures and everything in between. Action photography is also a dream with a camera this fast and with such a high resolution. Number 2. Fujifilm XT4. With a more down-to-earth price tag than the Sony A1, the Fujifilm XT4 is also an outstanding choice for a mirrorless camera. It's one that will inspire every shutter bug, from the budding novice to the seasoned expert. The design is retro, but under the hood, it is feature-packed, very advanced, and one of Fuji's best releases yet. This 26MP APS-C camera easily rivals attention-hogging full frames in image quality and performance. Sports, wildlife, and travel photographers are all beneficiaries of its sharp, speedy autofocus and 6.5 stop in-body image stabilization. You can also take first-rate videos in 4K at 60 frames per second, and it sports a fully articulating touchscreen, making it a leading choice for vloggers, too. It's a little larger and heavier than previous iterations, but this makes it more robust, and the build quality is excellent. With a full metal and weather-sealed body, this camera can victoriously emerge from more than a few scrapes. All in all, it's the perfect hybrid choice for any eager photographer or cinematographer. Number 3. Panasonic Lumix DMC G7. For those not quite ready to splash out thousands on a premium mirrorless camera, you can't go wrong with the Panasonic Lumix DMC G7. It's an older camera that is still popular, mainly because it offers 4K at a highly affordable price. However, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to compromise on other features. Despite the Micro Four Thirds CMOS image sensor being a modest 16MP, the DMC G7 is very capable. It has surprisingly fast autofocus and excellent dynamic range, delivering high-quality images. With 4K at 30 frames per second and 1080p at 60 frames per second, it's also a good choice for shooting videos. For entry-level vloggers stepping into the world of 4K, it's an excellent affordable option with useful filmmaking functions and a fully articulating screen. Traveling vloggers and photographers will be particularly impressed with its slight weight and modest build. It's easily transportable and almost feels like a compact point-and-shoot. The controls are also laid out logically and are easy to use, making it an ideal choice for novices stepping up from smartphone photography. Number 4. Sony A7 IV. Going back to premium-range mirrorless cameras, the Sony A7 IV is another excellent option. It's a top-performing camera that gives its all in every photography genre. However, there are more portable options out there for travel photographers. Although, it does compensate for this with full weather sealing and a premium build quality, ensuring the camera is completely protected and almost impenetrable. Performance-wise, it has an excellent autofocus system, and the 33MP full-frame BSA CMOS sensor delivers superior quality images with a first-class dynamic range of shadows and highlights. It also performs admirably well in low light and produces fantastic quality even after adjusting to higher ISO settings. For capturing fast-moving subjects, you can shoot at a decent 10 frames per second, although this is only in JPEG format. Despite the fact that the IBIS does an excellent job and the screen is fully articulated, vloggers may find the battery life a little on the short side. It's also not wholly ideal for fast action videos, thanks to limited 4K frame rate options. Number 5. Nikon Z9. While not as costly as the Sony A1, the Nikon Z9 is another full-frame mirrorless camera pushed more toward the upper premium price range. It's definitely one for hobbyists or professionals with deep pockets, but you certainly get what you pay for. It's designed specifically for sports and event photography, but it also performs incredibly well in other fields. The sensor is a 45.7 MP stacked CMOS, and burst shooting is 20 frames per second in RAW format and 30 frames per second in JPEG with an autofocus performance unprecedented in a Nikon mirrorless camera. However, the icing on the cake is the 8K at 30 frames per second video captures, all jaw-dropping features for anyone prepared to pay the price. You can also add an almost endless list of packed-in features never before seen in a Nikon mirrorless camera. This list includes an XT4 processor, a 120Hz refresh rate on the viewfinder, and a 1/32.000 top shutter speed. Once you also factor in a digital zoom that maintains a 4K resolution and an AF that recognizes up to 9 different subjects, you start to get a better idea of why it has such a premium price. Number 6. Fujifilm XS10. Fans of Fujifilm cameras looking for a smaller, lighter, and more economical camera than the XT4 should look no further than the Fujifilm XS10. This excellent 26MP APS-C mirrorless camera provides quite a lot for your outlay, including image quality comparable to the XT4. The confusing dials and buttons found on other X-series Fujifilm cameras are also not featured on the XS10. This design change seems to be an enticing nod toward users of rival cameras, and it is certainly an excellent option for anyone looking to change brands. These simplified controls are also great news for beginners. It does well in landscape and travel photography and is also an excellent option for travelers despite the average battery performance. However, while it has a fast maximum shutter speed of 1/32.000 and 20 frames per second shooting with no cropping, sports and wildlife photographers may be a little disappointed with the autofocus tracking. Despite its small size, the camera has a scaled-down yet highly impressive 5-axis 6-stop IBIS. Images are of high quality and show minimal noise at high ISO settings, which makes it an excellent camera for after-dark photography.